You don't have to join him there. You can join us right here as Tom Brady does. Thanks for joining us right here. Heck of a ball game here. Terry's got a question for you.
Hey, Tom, you finally got a really good game. Looks like Chicago's definitely has closed the loop a little bit here, but your impressions of Green Bay now under LaFleur winning 11 straight against the Bears?
I tell you, it's tough to do against a division opponent to have that type of success. But they just found a way to win. It looked so ugly in so many ways for the Packers. There were so many things struggling there with the interception on the goal line and then not getting it on the fourth down and then finding a way in the fourth quarter to kind of churn out a win. And ultimately, as we know, that's what the good teams do. You find a way when you need it most. It comes down to the fourth quarter. You need your playmakers to step up. Jordan Love stepped up, threw that ball to Christian Watson. It goes down, they punch it in, and then they leave it to the defense. Really impressed by the way the Bears overcame some of these things. And at the same time, that blocked field goal, it's just crushing for the Bears to lose really two games, one on the Hail Mary, one on a blocked field goal. They should be and could very easily be 6-4 right now.
Hey, Tom, new coordinator Thomas Brown, and they talk about things that should be no-brainers, detail and accountability, but they talk about meshing the run game with the pass game and implementing elements of what maybe Caleb did at USC, which we see in Washington, what they're doing with Daniels. What was your impression of the new coordinator and the new offense?
Yeah, it's interesting. With these young quarterbacks now, and again, it wasn't always a time where the young quarterbacks played. You always thought, we're going to draft a quarterback, we're going to teach him our system, and then he's going to get better at it. The difference now is you're asking these kids to come in at 22, 23, and you're basically adapting your system to the strength of the quarterback. And you're going, hey, what do you do well, quarterback? And in this case, Caleb Williams, how can we do more of those things to make our offense more productive? So it's a little bit of a flip in the mind of what the coordinator needs to think about if you're using a young player, because you can't bring them in and say, you're going to run all these new plays that you've never run before against a good NFL defense and be very consistent. So I like the way they adapted today to some of the strengths of what Caleb's shown that he can do consistently well.
All right. Thank you so much for joining us, Tom. We'll get to see you again next week here.
Thanks, Tom.
Next week, Bub. Have a great week.
Hey, guys.
Love you, buddy.
Great to see you guys.
All right. So, look, Chicago trying to turn the corner. Green Bay definitely did that. This was an important victory for them to try and keep pace in the NFC North, which is bunched up with a lot of good teams. Detroit and Minnesota still ahead of them.
Yeah,
Michael?
and I got to say, for Jordan Love, I mean, I know he threw the one interception, but compared to how he's been, you can tell he seems to be healthier out there. The way he fired some good shots in there, I don't think he was able to do before this bye week. So it's good to see him coming back. Josh Jacobs, as we said, feeding the ball, running extremely hard for that offense. And on the other side, I thought it was a big improvement for Chicago. I know the coordinator, new guy in there, but it showed Caleb Williams' mobility, which we always knew, but today we saw a little bit more of that. But I just also felt like, I don't know, guys got open for him today, which just wasn't happening before. And he didn't take as many sacks. He took 3 today, but not as many as he seemed to be taking in the past. So I think we're still impressive by Chicago. And they should have won this game in the Hail Mary game, like Tom said, and definitely their season.
Kicking games become a problem across the league right now.
Yeah, nobody can kick.
Yeah. Yep.
How your foot?
My foot's good. I mean, I usually pull a little to the left.
How's your lip and your hip and your...
Well, that's a problem.
Okay.
Oh, you got a flexor problem.
Yeah, hip flexor.
Well, now that we are in Green Bay, I just want to talk about how much I love how well balanced they are. There's no pressure on the offensive side of the ball where none of these players can handle. It's not like it's all on Jordan Love. It's not like it's all on Josh Jacobs. I mean, they're spreading the ball around. And on top of it, too, they're so young. And to win a game like that, give them that 8-3 record now, I believe, and keep them in the division run of winning it or possibly go into the playoffs and having a good run, it gives them that boost of confidence that they are now experienced. They're not, we're young, we can't win the game. It's, hey, we're young, we're beating the teams, we can get into the playoffs and we can do some damage.
If I'm Chicago, and I'll go back to the block field goal today and then the Hail Mary. Yeah. And Tom, they're 6-4. It doesn't take but one big game. That's why today's game against Green Bay for the Bears, had the Bears been able to win, you'd be surprised, maybe even shocked at how much confidence a young football team gets from a victory like this against a divisional opponent.
I think the Hail Mary was devastating.
Yeah.
They had a devastating
They haven't
impact.
recovered from that.
And
look, they're 4-6 right now, no matter what.
Yeah, they're 4, and I don't think there was a problem in the room. The previous coordinator, nice guy, wasn't really the guy to get in front of the room and get the attention of the details, the accountability, all the things we've talked about. But I think the Bears certainly took a step forward today offensively.
And if you look at balance, you're talking about balance, 34 runs, 33 passes.
Yep.
Chicago, that's balance.
Yep.
Right. But the focus on the Packers, who are now 7-3, and they stay alive in the NFC North.